Welcome to Janet's plant-powered kitchen, where plants are powerful. I've been away enjoying some summer fun, but we are back and the kitchen is open once again. Today we will make an amazing lentil mix that can be used as a dip with homemade tortillas or as a sandwich nestled in whole wheat pita bread. Either way, your taste buds will be delightfully pleased with this combination of rainbow plant foods. So let's get started. Okay, the first ingredient, I have 2 cups of well-drained brown lentils. You can, if you prefer, make your own lentils. I used canned simply because it was easier. So I'm going to put those in there. Then we're going to move over to the red plant food. What I did is I took a cup of cherry tomatoes. I diced them up small and I'm going to add them to the lentils. Next, I took 1 medium-sized apple. I cored and peeled, and it's been, the cut up apple has been sitting in lemon juice for a little bit just to keep it from going brown. So I'm going to add that to my bowl. Okay, next is my yellow corn. So for this demonstration, I did use corn on the cob that I had boiled, and then once it cooled, I took the corn off the cob. It would be easier just to use frozen corn, but I had some fresh corn on hand. So this right here is 2 ears of corn. And then we're going to move to the green vegetables. I took a medium-sized cucumber, I peeled it and diced it up. And everything in the lentil mix, you want, when you cut it up, you want it to be similar in size. You don't want any large chunks of any of these vegetables. Okay, now we're going to move over to the purple. I took half of a purple onion, chopped it up. I'm going to add that to my mix. And we're going to top it off with the greens. So this is going to give the lentil mix a little bit of kick. It is 1 green jalapeno pepper. And then I have about, I think it's close to a cup of fresh cilantro that I chopped up. And then about a cup of fresh kale that I chopped up. My bowl's getting nice and big. And then last but not least, I did drain a jar of capers. And I'm going to add those to the top. And it looks right now like a giant salad. But I'm just going to go ahead and mix it up. Okay, and as delicious as this looks, we are not quite done. We are going to top this wonderful, wonderful lentil mix with some homemade dressing. And so I'm going to stop for just a minute. Let me go get my dressing ingredients and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back and let's get started with the dressing. So what I'm going to do is add to my bowl 4 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 4 tablespoons of lime juice, 2 teaspoons of maple syrup dressing, and then 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of basil, 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts, and then 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. So let's get this started. This dressing is so good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, once I have all the ingredients together, I'm just going to stir it up. If you have a container with a lid, you can always put a lid on it and just shake it up. That works well. But look at the colors in this dressing. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, so once we have it mixed well, we're going to pour it over the lentil mix and then mix everything together. I like to let this sit in the refrigerator for about an hour before I start eating it. Of course, it'll stay in the refrigerator for a handful of days, so you can eat on it all week long. But let me go ahead and get this dressing. Doesn't that look good? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pour this on top of our lentil mix. Then we're gonna stir it around some more. And like I said, just give it a little time to let it marinate if you have the time to do that. If you don't, it's okay. You can serve it right away. Suggestions? Honestly, I've just put some in a bowl and eaten it as a salad. It's that good. You can also, like I said, have some tortilla chips and use it as a dip if you're going to a party. You could put it inside of pita bread and eat it as a sandwich for lunch. But this is a multicolored, protein-rich lentil mix. And once you try it, you'll want to eat it all week long. So I'm going to use one of my rosemary crackers and give this a try. Delicious as always. So I do hope that you will give this wonderful mixture a try. Let's go ahead and close with our plant power tip of the day. So our plant power tip of the day is to eat the rainbow. Every color brings something different to the table. We had red tomatoes. You could use orange carrots, yellow corn. We had that today. Green kale. We used the white flesh of apples. We had a purple onion. And every vegetable that we used contained their own unique mix of vegetables, minerals, and plant compounds. So you don't have to make it complicated. Just ask yourself, what is one more color that I could add today? You could toss berries in your breakfast, add spinach to your sandwich, or snack on colorful bell peppers. So the more variety that you eat, the more variety of nutrients you're giving your body. So today, challenge yourself to make your plate a little more colorful, one bite at a time. And before we go today, I do want you to notice that I did add some vegetables to my little plant people garden over here. And I would like to challenge the viewers. If you would like to give recommendations on what names maybe I could give to my vegetable family here, feel free in the chat to share your thoughts. In the meantime, if you want to give this recipe a try, you will find it in the comment box below. And I will put out a new video every week now that we're done with our summer fun. And I encourage you to check me out on Vine. Thank you for joining me today at Janet's Plant Powered Kitchen.